everybody, and welcome to Cope with Hope. Today, I have my wonderful friend, Shanaz Commissariat, who is a Bach Flower therapist, a Reconnection facilitator, and an Animal Telepathic Communicator. Amazing all. She works intuitively, and I know that she's been very, very busy at this time. So it's taken me a long time to get her to do this. And I'm thrilled that she's agreed. Many, many moons ago in another avatar, she used to style my hair fantastically. I think even then she worked intuitively. Every time it was different and I loved it. So thank you, Shanaz, for doing this.
Thank you for having me on, Nandini. Thank you.
Now tell me, what is it that made you decide to become, firstly, a healer?
So, Nandini, I'm not very comfortable with the word healer. Okay, firstly, because
a facilitator of healing.
Yes, a facilitator is much more comfortable for me. Because I think we all have the ability to heal ourselves.
I agree.
You just need the tools to know how and how to use it to sort of do it for you. So I think my journey must have started a long time ago, maybe while I was doing my hairstyling for all of you.
You were facilitating good-looking hair.
Yes, absolutely. You all were my palettes. I was like an artist. But so I think the journey came there was a lot of resistance, let me tell you, when things did come up for me to do. But I think over a period of time, the awareness builds up. And when you start listening to yourself, you start following that path.
Absolutely.
So,
you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. It just pushes you, and pushes you. But again, you have to be aware to listen.
Yes.
So it's interesting. I had a family member had an issue which I was trying to help them with. And in trying to facilitate them going and finding things for themselves, I found all this for myself. Which was just wonderful. So it's just been a great journey right through, and it's an ongoing one.
That's lovely. So tell me, as a Bach Flower therapist, could you run me through what you do? I mean, what you're allowed to tell us.
Definitely, I'm allowed to tell you everything. So it's Bach Flower because it was so it's Dr. Edward Bach who was the founder of this, who discovered these flower remedies. He was a doctor himself. He was a surgeon. Then he was a microbiologist. He was somebody who was always seeking to find out why illnesses kept recurring. And why they were just healing the symptoms of it all by medicine, and why they kept coming back and recurring. So he, in his quest of then figuring out, he tried to see what it was where was the disconnect? And when he discovered the disconnect was between mind, body, and soul, he realized there has to be something more out there for it to come through. So he started with experimenting with he was also a botanist. So he was he had a great spectrum of what he did. And he started sort of looking at flowers and leaves and petals and how it made him feel. He felt how the dewdrop would sort of, enhance that flower and how it worked. So he discovered these remedies. There are 38 of them, and they all work on your emotion. So very simple philosophy. It's truly self-healing. You have to realize that your suppressed emotions cause diseases at some stage in your life. When you keep suppressing it and you keep suppressing it, it starts forming like layers and layers and suddenly comes up as diseases. So when you address how you feel, so it doesn't mean you throw a tantrum and all that kind of stuff. It just means that you get aware of it. And you realize what you feel, how you feel, acknowledge it. And then you get into the process of letting it go.
I love that. I'm a great believer in being a sacred observer and watching what's happening at all levels of your being, and then working
Yeah.
it out here, being responsible here. So I love this. Amazing.
It's really beautiful. The remedies work so beautifully. And the misconception everyone has is that, oh, you have to be ill to start doing it. You don't. You can do it for any form of imbalance that you have.
Yes.
You know, if you feel a little down and out, sometimes you're in a bad mood, you're PMSing, as you put out there, menopausal time, you know, your rescue remedy was your go-to thing.
Go-to. My mom, it was, it was like a big family thing. Like you keep your bottles of rescue remedy ready for any occasion, whether it's sleep, whether it's irritability, if you want to throw a tantrum, if you're feeling low. Even our pets were all rescue remedy pets, you know.
Yeah. So the beauty of Bach Flower is that you can use it freely. It's got no side effects. It works complementarily with all medical, any form of medicine or allopathy, homeopathy, everything. It just works with everything. Okay. And because it doesn't work on such a deep physical level, it is so complementary to whatever you're going through.
That's lovely.
You know, you can be taking chemotherapy and it'll still be assisting you because it keeps you in a good mind space. Yes. You know, while you're going through it, it holds you through everything.
So what is
it's also beautiful for plants and animals.
Yes, yes.
It works beautifully for them.
Yeah. So what is the difference between, for human beings and animals as well, what is the difference between Bach Flower and homeopathy?
So Bach Flower, you can even say Bach Flower because that's what it goes around. It's just that the UK Centre likes us to sort of give it out there, saying please say the correct word. But anyway, the Bach Flower therapy, the difference is it is just part of homeopathy. A homeopath will also be able to give you Bach Flower.
Okay.
But I think they like to deal with things in a different way. So because they are dealing it in such a physical level as well as emotional level and all other levels, they are much more advanced. They are doctors. Yeah. So they can actually do things, facilitate maybe a speedier healing or a more deep leveled kind of healing. Okay. But Bach flowers actually help. So you can do Bach flower and homeopathy. It's not a problem. It works really well together. Yes. It's not something that you have to only do this and only do that. Okay. It just brings up so much. So for example, right now, I was so nervous coming on with you. So I took a few drops in my water just to keep me going.
I hope you're not nervous anymore.
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, you're a Reconnection healing facilitator. So what would that be?
So Reconnective Healing is an energy healing modality in which you receive energy, light, and information. It realigns you with yourself.
Oh, lovely.
It gives you, it actually transforms. It is also known to, it can also alter your DNA. So there are a lot of studies being done, lots of cellular healing. The cell memories of the light and the information always stay with you. It's a hands-off healing.
Yes.
You move your hands around the person. It's beautiful. It's like going into a great meditative state. And the facilitator has no expectation of anything, nor should the client who's getting it done for them. Because if you just open yourself out to just receiving, it has immense possibilities.
I agree. God and the universe come to help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's lovely. So it's like rebooting cellular energy.
Absolutely. You said it.
A great one. I do lots of meditations with that.
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
How lovely.
And animals respond to it as well. Yes. So we do it for plants, animals, any living thing, anything.
That's lovely. Guys,
really
if you have
lovely.
pets in distress, do contact Shanaz, because I know how animals just respond to this so beautifully, and so do
They
plants.
do. They are so non-judgmental, right,
Yes.
Nandini?
Yes.
We are so judgmental about, first of all, we've been brought up with so much conditioning, the way to think, the way to believe. So I think these coming years are all our unlearning.
I agree.
You know, we all have to unlearn what we are stuck in our patterns of how things should be.
Yeah. Yes.
I think last year showed us how it can just shut down and we need to reboot.
Yeah. And you have to rethink, and you have to see how you're going to present yourself out there and what is the best version of you.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Absolutely. And the thing is, we all have the power. We all have the power.
Yes.
And choices are there for us to take. We have that power to make those choices. So I think we all should do that.
I agree. We have to listen to the whispers of our soul, you know.
Absolutely.
Because you never know when it's going to tell you something amazingly wonderful.
Yeah. Hope for me is just living in the essence of just being. Okay. So you're just constantly in the flow of each day, each moment. And this year has taught me that. 2020 has taught me that you have to live in the moment. And hope for me means just being.
You know, I agree with that 100%, because for me, that's it. Every moment is a moment of multiple possibilities. And that's it. That's for me hope, that every moment where the light shines, and the light shines in every moment. Yes, it is sometimes very difficult, and you're always giving the tools to deal with those difficulties. If it's a difficult time.
If it's a difficult time, you have tools. They are all around you. It doesn't mean you have to come to me or go to Nandini or anything like that. They're all around you. Just
and inside of us,
find what resonates and just go with it.
Yeah. So, Shanaz, what is this once in a lifetime process you do, the personal reconnection? What is it for, and what is the process?
So, Reconnective Healing is free-flowing energy modality. My hands move all around you without touching you. The personal reconnection is a very specific gridded way to facilitate. It connects your energy grid to the cosmic grid. Okay. And so it puts you onto your original soul path. It facilitates it actually catapults you into your soul journey, which you have decided to come here to experience. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So it's quite beautiful. It sort of tries to stop you from floundering in, and then it sort of directs you onto the right paths that you can go with the flow for your evolution. It's really beautiful. Works on the meridian points of the body. Okay. So it's very, very specifically done. It's done normally over one sleep cycle. So it's over 2 days. It's really lovely. And it's just done once in a lifetime, because that's all you need to just connect and whoosh.
Wow, Shanaz. Thank you so much. It's so lovely speaking to you. All this is just too exciting for me.
It is. It's lovely talking about it. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
If you like my videos, do press like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon.